Welcome to that 90s Spider-Man show. The episode you just clicked on is about to begin. But before we do that, I kind of have to warn you, the audio quality on this episode is not quite where we want it to be, and that's down to some technical issues on our side. We sound like we're underwater, and we are not underwater. Like all episodes of that 90s Spider-Man show, we record this on dry land. So, enjoy the episode. Sorry for the inconvenience or like the psychological and or emotional and or physical pain we've caused with our audio difficulties. How's it going, Spider lovers? And welcome to another episode of That 90s Spider-Man show. Usually I'd have some epic spiel right about now, but I'm on death's door, folks. This might be the last episode of the podcast. Anyway, on that note, I am Henry, this is Jack.
Here to make sure everyone knows that Henry isn't actually dying. We've both just got shitty colds. Last episode really drained us of our plasma.
Yeah.
Thanks to Morbius and Jared Leto, we're now, struggling to sound like normal people. So if there's a lot of nasal voices and sneezing and coughing, then
blame Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Just blame him for most things, but blame him especially for this.
Don't worry, because you're not going to get ill through this podcast.
I mean, if you were, you would have gotten ill already.
We might be mentally ill.
You are probably mentally ill if you're listening to this.
Yeah, we are a symptom of your mental illness.
Yeah, you probably bring us up in therapy.
Yeah, I know I am.
Yeah, anyway, this is Season 2, Episode 7 of both the series, Spider-Man animated series, and the podcast, That 90s Spider-Man show. And today, we're not talking about Morbius. Well, we are, but not. And while last time we were talking about, the first on-screen adaptation of Morbius ever to come to screen, today we're covering a character who's been on screen probably too many times.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Punisher, folks. He's punishing. He's very punishing. This time around, let's just dive right in because, again, I could drop dead any second. So, when we last left Spider-Man the animated series, Peter Parker had a lot more arms than he usually does.
Oh yeah, he was trying to cure Morbius and kind of failed, and then everyone ended up thinking that he'd stolen Morbius through his hospital window.
Yeah.
And now Morbius is out there sucking people off again.
Yeah, it's just sucking people off on the street.
And then, Spider-Man's getting all these kidney pains, and then he grows a bunch of extra arms.
And that's how we kind of ended it. And this time around, we're kind of back in that room. So we've got our resident nosy old lady, Aunt May, who's just poking around Peter's room as you do. She picks up a pair of pajamas and the shirt's got a ton of holes in it, and she just oh, that's weird. And then she kind of pokes around a bit, and then she gets annoyed. She's like, oh my god! Aunt May's kind of logic and self-preservation skills, I'm surprised she survived as long as she has.
Yeah.
Everything that's dangerous, she's that's probably fine. And everything that's not dangerous, she's freaking the fuck out over.
Yeah, I think quite a few episodes back you said that you were surprised she hasn't choked on a hot dog yet, which still sticks in my mind whenever I read anything with Aunt May in it.
She's like Darwin should have taken her out a long time ago. Keeping this whole person alive is no longer Peter's problem because he's on the roof with a lot of arms. He's oh shit, Aunt May, I can't talk to you right now because I've got so many arms.
Honestly, they really double down this episode on how creepy the arm thing is.
You could say it's triple down because there's twice as many arms as...
Well, as in compared to the last shot of last episode. Because we said then that it's they don't make it a cool thing, they make it oh my god, this is horrifying.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of that this episode, even though there are a few funny jokes about it as well.
Yeah, but he's not this isn't complete agony and I hate this. But right now, Spider-Man's just Peter Parker just crouching on a window with lots of arms. Cuts to an abandoned warehouse where there's a kidnapping occurring. And you didn't see the end of Stranger Things Season 2, did you?
No. Why do we always end up talking about Stranger Things on this podcast?
We talk about a lot of things which aren't the podcast.
Yeah.
But so the reason I bring it up is because on the second to last episode of Season 2, 11 goes to this random, backyard alley gang. And it's very classic 80s. Everyone's in leather jackets, got punk haircuts.
Oh right, yeah, I see what you're getting at.
Yeah, and it's pretty much that scene. But there's a kidnapping of some she just some kind of son of a billionaire, but he's a Texan oil tycoon, I guess, because she's dressed like that.
She kind of sounds well, not the kidnappee, but one of the people that sounds like Rogue as well.
A little bit, yeah.
To the point that I was convinced that it was the same voice actress.
It might well be.
Well, I looked it up and there was no record of anyone voicing that character, so apparently they don't exist.
And like one of the guys that looks a bit like Kingpin, if like he was like a bit like Kingpin's like flamboyant cousin.
Yeah,
Constantine Fisk. I don't know.
But the whole group, they're so punk, but like in this very specific cartoon way. They almost look like Jem.
They look a lot like Jem.
They look like Jem and Holograms.
Yeah, like the kidnapping her, ransoming her, so they can go on tour later on.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they've gone. This is the dark side of Jem, where like they weren't making any money, and then they just like had to resort to like
human trafficking.
Yeah, and then someone comes in and fucking blows them all up.
So yeah, they post on like Facebook later on, like, sadly we're gonna have to like shut down the band because one of our band members got shot by the Punisher. The bassist has lost an arm.
Well, yeah, because that's how he makes his entrance, right? He just blows them up.
It's great because they say like something like, "Oh, you blow me away," and immediately the wall explodes. And like Punisher's like, "What's up, bitches?" Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that.
Yeah, this is Henry's version of the Punisher.
That's what I wanted to do every time he goes to a room. Like, what's up, bitches?
I will say the voice actor for Punisher in this is great.
I actually like the Punisher in this. Like, usually with the Punisher, we've had 3 bites of the cherry, and like one of them was fine. But there's a character that's...
We ever had more than 3 bites.
Really?
We've had 3...
on-screen bites.
We've had 3 on-screen bites in the 20th century.
Oh shit, there's more.
He's been in like every cartoon, and then there's Dolph Lundgren in the 90s.
So I thought there's Thomas Jane's one. There's
the good Punisher movie, Punisher Warzone, which had I've forgotten who played.
I'm assuming it's Jai Courtney.
No, I can't remember who it is.
Do you want to look it up?
No.
you looked up how to get to fucking like Central Park from Manhattan, but you won't look this up.
Yeah, but we're trying not for you not to die before the end of this podcast.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah. This is my final seconds on this earth. Following on from that shipping note, Punisher kind of shows up, kicks some ass, and we have a bit of like him like giving us his MO, where he goes like to this guy who's giving up. He's going, "What? Like, so you surrender? So I meant to like not kill you, pretty much." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not going to do that."
I mean, he only doesn't because it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
And he's not allowed to shoot someone in the face in a cartoon.
Yeah, at least not till...
He just threatens to do it.
Yeah. You know he's going to. But yeah, like he jumps out of a window and lands on some trash cans and obviously gets arrested. And the Punisher escapes, not before freeing our damsel in distress. And he says something like... Oh, she's like, "Thank you." He's like, "Oh, my pleasure." Yeah. It's very un-Punisher-like, but...
He's got like a certain charm to him, this one. He's not completely miserable, but you can just tell he's got like this anger issue.
Yeah.
And he is very focused and gets a bit carried away, but he's not like a... Well, I guess he is kind of psychopathic, but he's not like this ultra gritty, dark version that we've become used to in other versions.
He's a bit like Bruce Wayne in that level of derangement.
Yeah, he's kind of like a Batman sort of type in this, but like if Batman had a grenade launcher.
Yeah. Give it a couple of movies.
Yeah.
Anything can have Batman.
Yeah, and he just calls it the Bat Launcher.
The Bat Launcher.
And it's like, wait, no, there's grenades in this. You can't make it cute by naming it that.
I made them bat shapes. Bat shaped grenades are horribly non-aerodynamic. Anyway, he escapes to his like supercar that he has.
It's a van. It's the battle van.
The battle van.
Yeah, give it its proper name. God damn it.
Battle van is so much lamer than just his supercar.
No, because you're making it up.
Yeah.
This is all I say. Supercar. It's not. I've got to make it very clear. This looks like a regular van, but it has like all kinds of gadgets in it.
It's like one of those windowless vans you get like pedophiles to like drive around.
Well, it's probably better that he drives around in that because there are a lot of vans like that. It's like the white vans in England. They kind of just blend into everything.
Like anything in there.
There could be the Punisher in there.
They're probably just running around, yeah, just like punishing all over England.
Yeah.
He's got his work cut out, let's say that. But no, he kind of escapes, and then we kind of get like a bit of like a back and forth between him and Microchip, who is not played by Wayne Knight, but he kind of looks a bit like Wayne Knight anyway.
Is he Wayne Knight in the show?
No. He kind of looks like he would be. But...
Oh, right. I think Wayne Knight played Microchip.
Really?
I think he plays Wayne Knight in Punisher Warzone, which is the good Punisher movie.
Yeah.
Good as in it's like very like over-the-top violence.
Yeah.
And he's Microchip in that, I think. And I think at the end, it's kind of like one of those, we're setting the table for him to be Microchip in the future.
Yeah.
And then there was never a sequel because it made no money. So...
Yeah.
Was there a Microchip on the show? I never watched the show.
Yeah, but he's not, like, nearly as fat.
He's a real guy, though.
Yeah, he's a real guy. He gets, like, burned. He's, like, living, like, in hiding.
Because in Daredevil Season 2, the sort of stinger for Punisher is him finding a little floppy disk that says microchip on it, and I was like, oh, is he going to be like a computer program or something? And then I never watched the show.
He's some guy. The first season of Punisher is actually not that bad.
No, I've heard it's really good.
Yeah.
In fact, like one of the better Netflix shows, but to be honest, at this point, there's a lot of the Netflix stuff that people loved and I didn't, so...
I feel like, it's like we talked about earlier, like people will just eat up whatever shit you give them.
Yeah, including you, apparently.
Yeah. Part 2. Microchip kind of like gives him like his next target. Like he says like, okay, now you're done with that like kidnapping, don't take a break, go straight to your next job. And he gives him a little picture and he looks at it and he's like, I was wondering where it would like tangle up with this guy. And it's none other than Spider-Man.
A convenient little mugshot of Spider-Man for the photo as well.
Yeah. It's like you posed for it. Cut to Peter's room, where we clearly see that the serum has not quite worked from the last episode. So Spider-Man improvises. He cuts some extra holes where his arms go now, and he's got this whole like get-up where he gets his old get-up where like he's got like his arms poking out through holes in his costume side. And as he's putting on this costume, he gets a phone call from none other than Mary Jane, who's like, "Yeah, let's go on another date." And he's like, obviously, like that can't happen. But the interesting thing for me is that like she's like, "You've been avoiding me ever since that thing on Coney Island," which was like 4 episodes ago.
Yeah, and she specifies a week ago.
A week ago.
Which, for one thing, that's a lot to happen in a week. But also, I guess that kind of makes sense because he's been having these pains throughout all of the episodes. But it also means, like, sure, if you try to hang out with someone that you're dating and they're too busy to hang out with you for a week, chill.
Calm the fuck down.
Like, even if that happened when you were, like, in a long-term relationship, you're like, well, if you're busy, then...
Just tell me you're busy.
Yeah, I thought maybe he'd been, like, ducking her for, like, a month or something.
It's been, like, 5 days.
Yeah.
Like, maybe because, like, she kissed him last time, she's like, need a validation, I put myself out there.
Also, he did turn up, like, comfort you after that serial stalker, like, was after you, and then, like, zoned out straight away.
Yeah. Maybe something's up. Like, the chase is done now. So
yeah.
There's no, like, war people to, like, compete with him, so he doesn't feel, like, bothered by it. But no, she's kind of calling him, being like, you haven't talked to me for a week, let's hang out, I'm coming over right now. And he disappears because he has to, like, crawl away. He puts on his mask and he kind of, like, crawls out the window. Cuts to an Italian restaurant, which, I'm pretty sure, like, pretty much out of frame. There's probably, like, a little pair of dogs having an Italian dinner.
Mm-hmm. Italian dogs.
Like, a couple of dogs having an Italian dinner. Like, they're eating spaghetti, you know, like, one of them pushes like a little meatball to the other one with its nose.
Yeah, and then they get blown up by the Punisher.
He kind of comes in later. But no, for now, it's just Morbius, just the blood-sucking vampire.
Yeah.
So Morbius comes in and ruins these dogs' date, and he sucks, like, this Italian restaurateur off. And he's kind of like, what the fuck? What's happening?
I swear this scene is like 4 frames.
Yeah.
It's like you just cut quick to Morbius like doing a hand sucky and then just like
next
bam,
scene.
out there.
Yeah. So next scene, I'm going straight to the Hardy Foundation.
It's like a hand blowjob.
So a hand job?
But with the suck.
Hand job with the suck.
Yeah. I don't know where... It's just something that occurred to me.
What do I do with this information?
He's sucking people off with his hands. There's a joke in there somewhere.
Are you going to make the joke?
I don't know. Don't touch the crab dip. Yeah. There's something.
I mean, like, how long do you have for it? We're like trying to like pull out this joke about like a sucky hand job.
Well, I mean, maybe as we talked about last time, he had that Morbius strip Magic Mike performance, and maybe he can step up to the next level and be like, I'm the only guy you can get a blowjob from someone's hands.
Like the weirdest prostitute in all of New York.
Yeah, someone's going to be into it.
Michael Morbius, European gigolo. Anyway, cut to the Hardy Foundation, where Dr. Mariah Crawford is working even, on some experiment, and then she gets a hand on her shoulder, and it's Spider-Man's hand. But, like, she doesn't know what's going on, so she's like, oh, Spider-Man! I'm so glad it's you, and there's no surprises or anything like that. She turns around and she's like, what the fuck? What happened to you?
There is, like, a lot of potentially, like, unintentional comedy here with Spider-Man just not arriving, but just stood there in the middle of the room, like, basically T-posing.
Yeah.
With all these arms out. I don't even know what letter that would be posing. Just
like a double E.
Yeah, just, like, putting his arms out and just, like, everyone just, like, looking at him like, what?
Why? What's happening? And he's like, don't question it.
Yeah.
And she's obviously horrified, and she realises, oh yeah, so my serum didn't work, did it? And he's like, no.
Yeah, maybe you should stop with the science, because your hit rate.
it's pretty fucking atrocious.
If your first drafts aren't always going to be good, but if your first drafts always turn people into mutants or crazy monsters, then
maybe take like a second draft, maybe a third.
Yeah, or just don't tell anyone about that first draft.
Yeah. Keep it on the wraps until you got like 3 or 4 passes through there, and you're like, this definitely worked. Don't rush the process.
Yeah.
But she's like, oh, I fucked up here. And she kind of says something along the lines of, oh, I guess that's why you kidnapped Dr. Morbius. Dr. Morbius? Mr. Morbius. Michael Morbius.
Mr. Morbius. Magical Mr. Morbius.
The talented Mr. Morbius.
Oh, God. The talented Mr. Morbius. I don't know why it's funny when it's Hocus, because he's such a serious character.
Yeah.
Mr. Morbius, it sounds so stupid.
Mr. Morbius and his vampire friends. Hi everyone, today we're going to learn about the process of blood sucking. Yay! I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, please don't do that voice ever. It's fucking terrifying.
Do you know how much plasma it takes to kill a human being? I do. So yeah, Spider-Man has no idea what she's talking about, and it's time the broadcaster go like, hey, this is what's been going on while you've been like arming around. And while you've been arming around Spider-Man, this is what's been going on. And they kind of cut to this broadcast where Felicia Hardy is having a breakdown on camera. She's like, Spider-Man's worst, I hate him for kidnapping Michael Morbius. And everyone's like, oh, Spider-Man sucks. And whenever there's shit talking about Spider-Man to be done, he's always there. It's J. Jonah Jameson who is there. And he's sitting at this desk. And it's good that he's sitting, because if he was standing up, you could tell he was just, like, hard as a rock. His spider boner is tingling, folks. Anyways, JJ is very happy that Spider-Man is being antagonized. And he calls for Spider-Man to be captured. While this is going on, we kind of cut to Microchip and the Punisher, and then Microchip kind of explains, like, yeah, like, if you bring in Spider-Man alive, this will redeem you with the public after all those murders that you did.
Yeah, well, I guess...
I mean...
It's less like with the public than with the law.
I think that's worse.
No, but I think it's more like, yeah, people aren't happy with him murdering criminals.
Just like, yeah, going to murder.
I imagine people in real life would be like down for it.
Yeah, they'd be like, yeah, this is great. Like, do more of that. Taking these bad guys off the street with a place of like, that's also murder. Mm-hmm. This is just a transference of crimes.
I'm just thinking of like John C. Reilly at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy when he's like, what if I remove a man's spine? It's like, that's murder. It's one of the worst crimes. Don't do that.
Please don't do that. I forgot he's in that movie.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing about that movie, even though there's loads of blue people in it. It's like John C. Reilly's in this.
It shows up. Even like, you forget like Cosmo the Dog is in there. I could talk about Cosmo the Dog for a while, but we probably won't do that today.
There's literally no reason. Let's move on.
Fine. Witch hunt underway for Spider-Man, and Spider-Man makes like a little like joke, like, oh, they'd blame him for the common cold if they could, which is like a good like approximation of how much people hate him at all times.
I do blame Spider-Man for my cold.
Spider-Man did 9/11, guys. At this point, during the podcast, the broadcast even, that Felicia kind of looks up and she's like, look, it's Spider-Man on that wall. And I think this is where, like, we kind of find out that all of New York is blind, because, like...
so funny.
We kind of cut to this, like, person on a wall, and it's clearly not Spider-Man.
It's so distinctly Morbius. It's like,
clearly...
white skin, blue hair, black leather jacket, blue trousers... Nothing about him is even remotely the same colour as Spider-Man, who's known for wearing flamboyant red and blue.
Tights. He's wearing red and blue tights.
And then I think Felicia says, like, only Spider-Man could climb a building like that. But he's not climbing a building.
He's standing there.
He stood on a ledge, and it's like, anyone can climb through a window and stand on a ledge.
Any asshole. And they're like, yeah, that has to be Spider-Man. And all this time of, like, flying drones and, like, building missiles... We've never seen a man like climb a wall apart from Spider-Man.
And this is where I would differ from Spider-Man, because Spider-Man immediately makes a point of intervening and then incriminating himself further by making sure no one sees Morbius in the spotlight but only see him.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I would like go up to the police and be like, hey, I'm over here.
Yeah.
That's Michael Morbius.
You need to help me out here.
Yeah.
No, he swings right in. He's
or
like,
just not even go and just be like, I'll wait until Morbius attacks people and then stop him.
Just be like, see? I was not fucking around. But he's like, shit, I don't think I help that guy. And he swings into action.
Yeah.
And they throw down. They do some throwing down. And like Morbius is like, what the fuck happened to you? He's like, yeah, about to happen to you if you don't let me help you out. And they fight for a bit. But this is when the Punisher kind of shows up, and he's like, I got you now, Spider-Man. And he's like, not impressed with Punisher at all.
Yeah, I love. What was he? He calls him Bonehead.
Yeah, he's like, so let me guess, Skullman.
I love that.
Bonehead.
I love how he just he sees him just like this guy with a gun pointing at him, and he's like, and like makes like one joke, and then just like immediately swings away. Like, I can't be fucked.
He's got this like weird kind of gallows humor throughout this episode, where he's like, I'm in so much pain, and all I can do is just quit.
It is like if you're having a really bad day and like something minor happens, like you get a paper cut, or you like
a bus drives by and a puddle like splashes in.
Yeah, it gets to a certain point and you're just like, this is kind of funny now.
Yeah, I'm just getting shot from all angles and I can just make jokes now. He's just like, another guy's pointing a gun at me, he's got a rocket launcher, so let me guess, Bonehead. No, the Skull Man, and he just like swings off. Especially since it's not like he knows the Punisher at this point. No,
so
this is the first time he's meeting him.
Yeah, so it's not like, oh fuck, the Punisher's here as well. It's like, who? There's another guy on the scene and he's got a skull theme. There's a vampire that's more important.
Yeah.
But
he's got like two arms growing up his side and he's like, yeah, why not? At this point, why not? This is the least weird thing about the situation.
It is, yeah.
So yeah, they throw down for a bit and the Punisher kind of like chases Spider-Man with a jetpack, which is great.
Yeah, just he levels up like immediately.
He's like, let's go.
Like, I love all those Mario games with a jetpack. Oh, he's got F.L.U.D.
Yeah.
He's Mario Sunshine.
And it turns into a nozzle when he has to like spray Spider-Man and stuff.
He does actually hit him with like it's like a silicone thing.
Yeah.
But, like it basically looks like he's hit him with F.L.U.D. later on.
Yeah.
To get him to like not cling.
And I guess like there's also like octopus people, so which have like 8 arms, and Spider-Man has 8 limbs.
The super Punisher Sunshine. Just imagine that. It's like, oh no, the Punisher has been stranded on Isle Delfino. He has to stop Bowser. Just
Punisher
him,
just murdering Bowser.
Yeah, or just like running around with like all these like.
And he's just like going slowly insane, like the Delfinos, I guess they're called.
Delfinos, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, like,
yeah.
What the fuck is happening? Tell me where Buzz is. I can get off this fucking island. And how if I don't kill my family?
You're making like blooper sounds, and it's making me think of Rico Harbor, and just the music like, and just like these little like blooper like tentacle monsters, and then Punisher's trying to just fucking
there's like bloods of paint into the wall.
P.E. Piranha just like grenades him in the mouth,
snaps its neck.
Mario's like, fill him up with the water, and he's just like, no. Why would I use water?
Just get like a shotgun out, like, there's no coming back from this. There's no respawn this time, motherfucker. I want to play that game.
Yeah.
Get Thomas James in that movie. Anyway.
He'd do it.
So, at some point, the Punisher kind of captures him with, like, some sticky goo and, like, a little net, and he's, like, trying to, like, reel him up. And the police kind of close in on them at this point. And it's like, oh god, like, Spider-Man's gonna be like, fuck. But no, he just has all these arms and he breaks free.
Oh, I forgot he had all those arms.
He's got had all his arms. God, it's coming useful sometimes. There's actually a line he says, actually, is, oh yeah, these are actually coming in useful for once.
I think that's what freaked me out about the arms, is when he's in his room at the start of this episode and he's getting things out of drawers and he's like doing loads of things at once.
He kind of adapts really quickly.
And it's just really creepy. I guess it's like an instinct thing. Yeah. You don't really think about, I want to pick this up with my hand, you just kind of do it.
Yeah. To be fair, like, if you go like 2 random phantom limbs on your sides, it will take you ages to know how to use them, but like he adapts pretty quickly, considering like the extreme circumstances, you could say, of the situation.
Yeah.
Like at one point he's like writing with it, and I'm like, damn, I can't remember with my left hand. And you're like,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I guess if you think of it as like another
limb you have to learn how to use. Or is it one of those things where like he has like a right hand and left hand? He's sending signals to his brain to go like, right hand do this, and it's like one of 3 right hands he has.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, he'd be great at tennis. Oh no, they disqualify him immediately.
Yeah.
Couldn't allowed to play tennis. Or, like, he'd be banned for the Olympics.
Yeah. I don't know what he wouldn't be banned from.
Most, like, physical sports. Arm wrestling contests, he might be at a disadvantage for them, just because he has, like, so many arms. He has such bad leverage.
I do.
He can play football. Like, he'd be an amazing goalie, but they wouldn't let him play.
Yeah, he won't be allowed to play any sports. Like, there's not going to be a sport that he'll be allowed to play.
Cycling. He wouldn't have to, he could cycle.
No. I don't think let's run through every sport.
I mean, there's not Olympic sports. Archery? Nah.
I thought you wanted this episode to be quick.
I say this every time, and every time I find some bullshit to talk about.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, Spider-Man breaks free of his trap. But meanwhile, while this is all happening, we get, like, a big welcome back to Robbie Robertson, who's back for the first time this season. Actually.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. I've only seen him since the end of, like, last season, where he got, like, dogpiled by the time I'm like...
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Like a million S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, like...
Dogpiled.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's the last time we saw him.
He's finally out of hospital.
The doctor says, I don't take these 2 pills for my pain. Jonah, like, we found out about this Punisher guy. This guy's actually Frank Castle. He, like, had this tragedy. And he rolls off all these, like, murder things, and he goes, like, yeah, JJ, he killed, like, these many people. He's, like, a cold-blooded killer. And all JJ hears is, like, crime fighter, eh? You can help us out here. It's really funny how he just, like, filters out everything apart from what he needs.
Yeah.
Great JJ. Spider-Man, like, breaks free from the trap and sticks the Punisher in a trap of his own. And, like, it's at this point where he explains, like, oh yeah, like, you kidnapped Morbius. And Spider-Man's like, no, I didn't. And he's just so done with all of this. He's like, yeah, next time get your facts straight, you piece of shit. And he swings off and, like, the Punisher kind of, like, struggles on the web. And throughout this entire exchange, he's been yelling at his van. He's been like, battle van, get me this. And it's been, like, taking these weapons and just shooting them up to him.
It's pretty cool, actually.
It's really cool.
But it's also, like, very much, like, I feel like they were selling a toy the whole episode.
Absolutely selling a toy. Because, like, the practicality of that in real life is non-existent.
Yeah, but it's...
Why don't you, like...
It's cool
like,
as hell. It's like a remote... a van that just, like, drives around by itself and, like, gives you a gun at all times.
Yeah.
And he has, like, such specific guns. Like, give me F.L.U.D.
Give me F.L.U.D. I need to, like, shoot this, like, octopus.
My new challenge is to, like, Photoshop Frank Castle into... with F.L.U.D. on his back. It's going to be really hard, but I'll do it.
It's a responsibility you're going to take on, but, like, I believe in you. The battle van kind of shoots him a little, like, gun, and he's like, okay, this is how I get out of this. And he gets out, and he escapes. And the cops are kind of closing in on him, because they're like, hey, you did all this murdering, we want to take you in for question. He's like, no, I'm out, see ya. So, at that point, Spider-Man kind of, like, crashes at a hospital, and he's, like, chilling on the roof. Bullshit, he's in pain, but he's like, I'm on the roof. Ow. And he looks over the rooftop, and he sees someone come in from the ambulance, and they're like, oh, another one's kind of, like, been found, just drained, and with these weird, like, marks on them. And he realises that Morbius is still about. And he's like, I should do something, but then he's, like, in pain. And he goes, I should probably go and get the cure. And then he picks the worst possible time to reminisce about Uncle Ben.
Yeah, this also just, like, not just, like, he's on a time limit and needs to sort stuff out.
He's actually mutating.
But also, as an episode, this has so much going on, and they didn't need to stop to be like, oh yeah, remember how Uncle Ben died?
And literally, like, it's a thing we've, like, covered maybe in, like, episode 1 of season 2. Like, that exact same sequence.
Yeah, I think they did it for the first time in season 1. It's the Mysterio episode.
Yeah, but not, like, to this level, I don't think.
I think they did. I think they did a proper big origin in the Mysterio episode, and that was the first we got it. And then it's come back again.
Yeah. And
in, like, a smaller portion, and then they brought it back again here.
Yeah.
It's probably good to, like, remind people, but...
This is in so much detail.
Yeah.
I feel like Uncle Ben would understand if you were turning into a spider monster. Maybe get that fixed first, Peter.
Yeah, this is proper, like, the way, like, the responsibility thing can, like, fuck up his life. Because it's proper, like...
I really need this, but, like, Morbius might strike again.
He's proper willing to, like, throw everything on the line just to, like, undo one bad thing about the world.
Yeah. It's very classic Peter Parker, and he's like, no, I've got to, like, fix Morbius before I fix myself. And it turns out to be a great decision. At this point, he's like, where the fuck is Morbius? And the only thing he has is this, like, tape recorder. So while Mary Jane and Aunt May are, like, downstairs kind of consoling each other, being like, I'll stay with you until Peter comes back, because Aunt May is, surprise, surprise, she's freaking out. Peter Parker's upstairs, taking the recordings and just going through them and trying to, like, triangulate certain sounds. And he ends up with a map and a recording, and he kind of just jumps around New York.
But also, like, he when he's figuring it out in his room, he's like, I better be quiet. And then he just turns, like, the speaker on this thing and starts playing, like, loud music and...
Oh, no, that was loud. I need to, like, turn it up more so I can hear what it is.
Yeah. But his search around New York reminded me a lot of, like, I don't know, like some side quest from a video game or something.
I was about to say, yeah, there's those signal tower things where they kind of triangulate the signal.
Yeah.
To like find a hostage or like this bank robbery or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what's happening. And
I think you might even do stuff like that in the Spider-Man PS4 game.
Oh shit.
Well, which is very Arkham Asylum-y, with a lot of things. Anyway.
Yeah, so at this point, it's probably important to note that the Punisher has put a tracker on Spider-Man, and so he's like following him around in this battle van, and he's like, shit, he's going to Queens. And he takes the interstate off into Queens, which is very convenient next to him. And he like drives into like Aunt May's like neighborhood, and he realizes, oh, Spider-Man's moving again. While Spider-Man's doing this like national treasure kind of like chase around New York, the Punisher's going like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah.
This guy's going around in a fucking circle. What the fuck's happening?
Although at this point, I guess if he thinks he's like kidnapped a random guy and he's murdering people and he has 6 arms, he's like, maybe this is just a crazy monster man.
Yeah, this guy is probably not in his right mind. Yeah. He's just like driving around like, okay, fine, we're going back to the Burger King, whatever. And Spider-Man's using the noises where it's like, I think the first one's like a loud bit of music. The second one is
water fountain.
Yeah,
like the Hydro Man water fountain, I think.
And the third one is like rodents, but he's like, wait, rodents in New York? That could be anywhere.
Yeah.
And he realizes, maybe they're flying rodents. And then he goes like, if I were a bat, I want to go high.
Yeah, so he goes to
the clock tower.
Crazy lab.
And the funny thing about this is like a bit similar to like the Hardy Foundation. He just stands behind Morbius.
Yeah, it was really weird. They cut and you just see Morbius like doing some stuff, and you're like, "Is that Spider-Man behind?" And I thought, have we skipped ahead to like them working together or something? And then Morbius like turns around like,
"Oh shit! The fuck did you get here?" It's like, "Hi Morbius, I found your lair."
And he immediately like fucks up Morbius' experiment.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Fuck you! I was trying to cure myself."
And he's like, "Fine, I'll have to feed on you. I hate doing this, but I'll feed on you." And Spider-Man kind of like at the last second escapes.
It's a good point. Like Spider-Man is kind of coming in there and being like, "Hey Morbius, I'm gonna cure you," and just punches him.
Yeah, this is how I cure you. Just stay still. And yeah, they tussle for a bit, and then the Punisher shows up again. And this time, he's in a university. Let's keep this in mind. This happens. But he takes his rocket launcher and he blows the fuck out of his building.
Yeah, the first time he just like blows up part of the wall, and the second one he brings down the entire fucking clock tower.
He just terrorist attacks like fucking school. Like,
yeah, and he continues doing this for the rest of this episode, just
blowing shit up.
Fucking grenade launcher, and just like I think he even like nearly gets a few direct hits on Spider-Man as well.
Yeah, imagine how many hundreds of people died just in that clock tower. Like the janitor's like, "Oh no, there's a janitor. Oh my god, the building's down."
He's definitely making things way worse just to bring down one guy.
He's racking up like a supreme body count. It's like the end of like Commando, where like all the kind of military people come in and the end. So what do you have for us, Matrix? And you're just like, bodies. All I have is bodies for you. It's that level of just carnage.
Yeah.
Okay, so Spider-Man tries to escape and swing away, and Punisher hits him with a rocket launcher. And he kind of like falls into this warehouse, and the Punisher's like, "I got you now, boy." And they kind of go into this warehouse, and Spider-Man's like on his like last legs. He's kind of like crawling away, probably faster with all his arms. And he's like, "I don't want to end like this." And meanwhile, Morbius escapes and shit. And as like the Punisher closes in on Spider-Man, we see Peter's hand start to turn to a claw, and you see him like start to transform. And the Punisher kind of goes like, "I got you now! Aha! Surprise!" And then this giant spider monster like turns around to him. And the last shot of this episode we get is just this like close-up of his face.
Yeah, and he's full on spider now. Giant spider
It's a giant
creature.
Spider, yeah.
He is the man spider.
It's man spider o'clock.
Yeah.
And
that's what he says. It's man spider o'clock. That's his catchphrase.
Yeah. Cut the credits.
No, he just kind of screeches.
Yeah, he's not very eloquent, this Spider Monster. And you might be surprised to learn this is a to be continued.
Uh-huh.
This is not just like...
I think we might be getting to be continued until the end of this show.
Really?
Maybe.
That's like, of course, this is like a misnomer then, isn't it?
I used to fucking love those.
The cliffhanger.
Yeah, when I was a kid, it made me so excited.
Cliffhangers are so great, but like after the 17th or the 18th one, it's like, okay, yeah, obviously this isn't the last episode of the show. This is going to be continued.
Yeah, this is a good cliffhanger though.
Excellent cliffhanger, and that brings us to the end of the episode. What did you think of this one?
I really liked it.
I love this one.
It's like the opposite of last week's, where you kind of have all this build up to Morbius, and you're like, oh, it's just Morbius. And then this one is kind of like, what if Morbius, but also the Punisher, but also 6 arms, but also Man Spider? And it's just like, I can't believe they managed to fit in that whole flashback sequence to...
there was so little time. They were like, there's better spent elsewhere. They were like, no, we're going to have this in there.
It didn't even feel that rushed somehow.
Somehow!
But also, there's a lot of silliness to like sort of point to and make fun of, but it was kind of a little bit like the symbiote ones, where it was actually like played fairly straight, and there were some good jokes and stuff in it, but it actually just was pretty good. Like even the Punisher, who I think can easily become ridiculous, even when he's flying around in a jetpack and stuff, you kind of like, yep, this tracks. This tracks.
I'm not like offended by this. Oh, by the way, like you just said, oh, it's Morbius, and that could be the tagline for the movie. It's Morbius.
Oh, it's Morbius.
But I don't know, it's Jared Leto.
I'm always tempted to go back and make that the title of last week's episode.
It's Morbius.
Oh, it's Morbius.
Yeah, I really like this one. Like, I think there's a lot of parallels between this and maybe the Alien Costume Part 1.
Yes.
And that, like, this show plays it completely straight. And, like, the show is obviously very silly and, like, funny, but it does the serious episodes really, really well.
Yeah, and like you said, the gallows humour that Spider-Man has in it, there are some good jokes in it, but it doesn't feel like it's detracting from, like, the darkness, because he is kind of like...
This is so fucked. I am so fucked.
But he almost doesn't have time to, like, dwell on the insanity of it, because he's so caught up in the fact that he's got to stop Morbius and that now Punisher's after him.
He's still got 6 arms.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, whatever. Next thing, why not?
There's not like I don't think there's like a huge amount to say. Like not a huge amount of depth, but I do really like it. Yeah.
One thing that we kind of didn't mention, but like kind of happened a lot during like the episode. Do you remember last time we were talking about like the weird like not angles, but like the weird kind of set transitions?
Yeah.
There's quite a few of those going through.
Oh, like the 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like a couple, and there was one where they used the 3D animation when Aunt May is walking up the stairs, but she's 2D, and she's going up the stairs, and they're panning around, and the banisters and stuff are like, and the railing is like in 3D. It's a 3D hallway, and it was so just weird once you realised what was happening.
My eyes bled a little bit, but it was in a good way. I was like, oh shit, let me wipe this blood from my eyes because I am digging this.
I think the animation was also just really good in general in the episode.
Yeah, like sometimes it dips.
There's only one bit where I was like, that's a bit bad, where he touches, what's her name, Dr. Crawford.
Yeah.
On the shoulder, and she like touches his hand, but clearly they needed it to run longer for the dialogue, so they just reverse and play the same shot like 4 times in a row. He puts her hand there, and then she puts her hand on his, and then she takes it off, then she puts it on, and then she turns it back, and then she turns it, and then they transition. You're like, oh, okay, you didn't have a shot.
It's like the OP Cookie at that point.
Yeah.
You put your right arm in, your other right arm in, your third right arm in. Shake them all about. Oh my god, yeah. But yeah, I really like this episode. I think season 2 has more of an overarching story.
Yeah,
but
and I'm fine with it if it goes in this sort of direction.
Yeah, it wasn't just going somewhere. But I'm also like, how is this happening in season 2?
Yeah, it is a lot of stuff, and we've had that with a lot of things so far. Where I'm like, shit, what the fuck is going to happen in like the rest of these?
Yeah, season 3. Well, I guess we got like not to like go too far ahead. We got a couple of villains to come in.
But I kind of like how they bring stuff in this way. Like last time was the Morbius episode, but they also had 6 arms. This time it's further transformations, further Morbius, but also Punisher.
Yeah.
And I feel like it kind of goes on in that way, rather than like having Hobgoblin Part 2, where it's like you go into that second episode and you're like, oh, it's more the same thing.
Punisher blowing up the building is better than like Hobgoblin's cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Just that little episode. And I think like, we're talking about like the season as a whole, this is probably like my second favorite episode.
What's the first?
Probably the first Insidious 6 one.
Oh yeah, that one was pretty great. Yeah, I'm probably in the same boat, but I just kind of hope that they kind of up the insanity. I was even thinking with this, I was like, I hope the next Spider-Man movie is kind of like this.
Yeah.
Like not Morbius, not Punisher.
But Man Spider maybe.
Maybe, but also like I like the idea of like, okay, Spider-Man is on the run. There's a reason for people to be after him, so let's just throw loads of crazy stuff at him. Like, let's throw Craven at him and any sort of villain that would make sense in this and make it sort of a free-for-all.
Yeah, so it's like Spider-Man on the run, like the fugitive with spider people.
And then you don't need to have like all these, spend so much time with these complicated motives for every single character to get to the point where they might fight Spider-Man.
It's like, we're going to get this guy. We're going to like Tweety Jones in the scene, and they can like corner him in a water tower and go, I didn't kill Mysterio! And Tommy Lee Jones would be like, I know! I don't care! I'm referencing The Fugitive.
Well, the thing is, you said Tommy Lee Jones, we're talking about superheroes, and I was like, oh, he's talking about Batman Forever.
No, he's also been in the MCU as like this probably long dead in the canon character.
Oh shit, he is in Captain America.
He's actually quite great in that.
I think that there's been a big push for him to play Norman Osborn, which I think would be pretty great.
He's too old.
I don't know.
He doesn't give a shit. Like, not.
Oh, no, I agree. He doesn't give a shit.
He was like, fuck you, no.
Yeah.
I'd rather play fucking Mary Jane. Fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He'd spit in Kevin Feige's face. I don't
think he'd even pick up the phone. He'd be like, who's Marvel?
Yeah. Sorry, I don't accept robocalls. This isn't Pizza Hut. Just hangs up.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're going through a tunnel. And just puts the phone down.
I just don't think he's even picking up. I think he wrong numbered Kevin Feige.
Yeah. You know, like Will Smith's trying to call him all the time to get him back into Men in Black. I'm not doing it for Will. I'm not doing it for you, Kevin. I didn't know why I brought that up or anything like that. So that brings us to the end of the episode. But let's dive into like what inspired the episode.
The very first Punisher appearance in the comics was in a Spider-Man comic in The Amazing Spider-Man 129 from 1974. Which was written by Jerry Conway and art by Ross and Drew.
Yeah.
Although the design of the Punisher seems to be like a combo of a drawing by John Romita and Jerry Conway like choosing the design. Basically, his whole thing in this is kind of similar to him in this, where he's just, you know, an anti-hero vigilante who is after Spider-Man because he's been misled. But in this is coming shortly after the death of Gwen Stacy, which came shortly after the death of Captain Stacy. And also Norman Osborn has died as well. So because of all those things, basically Spider-Man is kind of being blamed for all of them because he's around
each
at that time. Yeah. So, and he can't really clear himself because he doesn't. If he outs Norman Osborn as being the Green Goblin, then he feels like it's going to ruin Harry's life. So he kind of
does the right thing.
Yeah, and so everyone's after him, and then this is when the Jackal comes into the picture.
Okay.
For those who don't know the Jackal, he's basically this guy in like a green, like lycra suit that's kind of furry, and he's a furry, and he's got these big, like pointy ears and like dark shadows around his eyes, and he's kind of like he kind of hops around and stuff, like he kind of looks like a green, like skinny version of Beast from the X-Men.
Oh, that's terrible.
But then he's also a bit Green Goblin-y in terms of like him being crazy, kind of a bit like the Joker. He's not that great, to be honest, but
kind of sucks, yeah.
He hangs around for a long time.
He's there.
And he
menaces Spider-Man sometimes.
Yeah, and he basically comes into this and he kind of goads the Punisher, like hires him to kill Spider-Man, and is like, yeah, this guy's a murderer, you should take him down. And for some reason Punisher isn't like, I shouldn't trust this weird asshole.
Yeah. Sure thing, guy in weird costume. You seem trustworthy.
Basically, at this point, all we really know about the Punisher in this appearance is that he's an ex-Marine and he wants to rid the streets of criminals, and that's kind of all you get.
Sure.
And he has kind of an anger issue.
Really?
But he goes after Spider-Man. They fight for a bit. Spider-Man sort of beats him, but then Jackal comes up from behind and slashes him, knocking Spider-Man off the edge of the building. Spider-Man sort of gets away last minute, but Punisher's like, what the fuck? You attacked him from behind. That's not fair. Decides that that's crossing the line.
That's the point where this has gone too far. Crazy green costume man.
Yeah, and then he's like, okay, well, fuck all this. I'm going to... they all run away because the police get there.
Yeah.
And then he leaves his gun behind, and Spider-Man gets the gun, and which Henley on the bottom just says the name of the manufacturer, which is in New York, like a specially made gun.
Yeah.
Spider-Man goes there to find out, whereas Punisher goes there to get a new gun. Spider-Man gets there first, and he finds the manufacturer of the gun is dead, with claw marks on his back.
Oh, shit.
And he's like, what? And then Punisher comes in, like, you fucking killed him, and starts, attacking him again. They have a quick fight. Spider-Man defeats him, and then, makes him, look at these, fucking...
Claw marks.
Claw marks. It's almost like a Jackal did it.
If only.
And then that's when they sort of figure out that Jackal's plan was... Because his relationship with Punisher was going to shit. He was like... The idea was for Punisher to kill Spider-Man and then and then get framed for the murder of this guy because police had been called to arrive to find the dead body with Punisher there.
The Punisher slashed him to death, I guess, with all his guns.
But also, like, the Punisher has also been known to murder loads of criminals anyway, so adding another murder to that rap is not a huge deal.
Yeah. He probably needs, like, one off the record, to be honest.
But basically, at the end of this, they kind of, like, leave it at a stalemate, and they both kind of respect each other as crime fighters, and, like, yeah, let's just leave it, we don't want to fight anymore. And he leaves. But he ended up being so popular as a character that he popped up in his guest stars in loads of comics.
Yeah.
Like stuff like Daredevil and Captain America. But it was quite a while before he got his own comic, because back then there was a lot more trouble getting that kind of violence into a comic. Like, I think one of the reasons he's even called the Punisher is because they couldn't have something more obvious as his title.
I guess, like, the Punisher is, like, it can be construed as, like, this really, really expensive dominatrix.
Yeah.
And there's, like...
The spanker.
The spanker. That was kind of, like, taken up from post. And, like, yeah, that's probably a bit too sexual. Can we get the same, like, vibe, but, like, less sexual?
Yeah.
And that this kind of stuck in the Punisher.
Yeah, and they're like, well, in the animated series, they're like, well, we can't call him the spanker, because if anyone's the spanker, it's the guy with the 6 arms. How many people he can spank at once?
Yeah, that's what's fun about it. He goes to, like, a S&M club and be, like, the best dominatrix ever.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very specific tastes out there.
Yeah. He doesn't want to be spanked 6 times in a row.
I mean, that's not really, like, I don't think you need to go that out there to get spanked 6 times in a row.
But, like, that fast, though.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like, usually it's like you gotta, like, spank with one hand and, like...
Well, Spider-Man is just, like, spinning around on the spot.
Yeah. Like 3 at a time.
Like a Beyblade.
Yeah.
But, anyway...
Right, how many whips you could carry?
Punisher ends up
like
getting...
50 Shades of Grey was, like...
I'm aggressively trying to move on.
Like Christian Grey has 6 arms.
Yeah, sure. Just do it. Anyway, Punisher...
Like 50 arms of Grey, I don't know.
50 arms? Holy shit. That's not too much.
That's too many arms.
Punisher ends up getting his own series eventually, but it's like, I think it's only in like the 80s he gets his own series. And I think as time goes on, they make it clear that it's more clear that he's killing people. It becomes more of an issue for people like Spider-Man when they end up reluctantly teaming up, because it's like, this guy is a crazy murderer.
He will kill us all. Yeah.
And he does, at certain points, become more erratic until there's one Spider-Man issue where he like actually just starts firing at people for like littering. It does get a bit insane. And I think they eventually dial back on that and make it a bit more serious again.
He's like, this motherfucker crazy.
But I won't get into the Punisher's own history because it is pretty insane. There's lots of crazy shit. I think he becomes like an angelic like hitman at one point, like an angel of vengeance.
Like Spawn.
Yeah, and then
for fuck's sake.
something like that. And then there's also the Frankencastle thing, which I spoke about last week.
Yeah.
There's all kind of bullshit with him, which we won't bother. There's one thing that's kind of more contemporary about the Punisher that's fucked up that I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know about how his symbol has become co-opted by the Blue Lives Matter movement.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, because, I mean, regardless of your thoughts on Blue Lives Matter, fuck that shit. It's also kind of weird to be like, okay, we want to create this movement that we believe is about protecting officers and how the officers should be more respected or whatever.
They should be respected for killing all these black people.
And doing that and then being like, and the person that we're holding up as like an emblem of this is a crazy psychotic murderer who like kills people on the spot for
many of them cops.
Well, the thing is, they address this in a recent comic in Punisher Volume 12, 13, written by Matthew Rosenberg. He comes across 2 police officers who are fans of his, and the Punisher like sees them and they're like really excited to see him, and they're like, look, we got like your logo on our car and like we're gonna clean up the streets like you do, we're huge fans. And then he takes the stick off their car and like rips it up and he says, I'll say this once, we're not the same. You took an oath to uphold the law. You help people. I gave that up a long time ago. You don't do what I do. Nobody does. You boys need a role model. His name's Captain America and he'd be happy to have you. If I find out you're trying to do what I do, I'll come for you next. And I think that's incredibly badass.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, Mr. Punisher. Sorry, Mr. Punisher.
But I also like this idea that, like, he's aware of the fact that he is as bad as these criminals, but he's, like, willingly taking on that darkness.
Yeah. He's like, I am a crazy murderer, but at least I'm doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah. And he knows that, like, if he were to rid every criminal on the earth, you know he's just going to blow his brains out.
Yeah. This is the one, my one step close to being dead, finally.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, like, we love the idea that you have no consequences for what you do, even though you're a psychopath.
I think that's what happens in one comic, actually. There's a comic where he's like the last man on Earth because he's killed everyone. And there's no more humanity. And he becomes like Ghost Rider, and then he becomes Cosmic Ghost Rider because he gets like he gets like the power cosmic from Galactus or something. I think he kills Galactus, maybe. He's just flying around. There's this Cosmic Ghost Rider series where that Frank Castle is Ghost Rider flying through space. And I think he ends up with some time travel shenanigans and
of course,
stealing a baby Thanos. And there's a whole like little nonsense that happened like a year ago, maybe.
Well, baby Thanos stolen by the Punisher, who's also Ghost Rider, traveling across space on, I'm guessing, a space motorcycle.
Yes,
of course. Why not?
This is why I say we don't have time to get into the fucking Punisher.
Even if we did, I don't want to do it. Like, that sounds batshit insane.
That's... Huh?
That's...
Huh?
Huh?
I'm done.
God, I'm on death's door here, folks. That's the end of the comic book origins, I guess, of the Punisher. That also brings us to the end of the episode of that Anti-Spider-Man show, where we've talked about the Punisher, and about Morbius, and about all the fun you can do with 6 arms. That brings us to the end of the show, actually. We're pretty much done, and I'm pretty much done. I'm dying, guys.
It sounds so final. It sounds like the end of the podcast.
I might never come back, because I might be dead.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
And you need to get some of that plasma back.
Yeah. You gotta go suck off some guy, I think, like plasma. We'll probably cut that.
Nope. Well, we just hope you guys listened to the last episode so you know what we mean by sucking off.
Yeah. And what if I die and it was like, yeah, like Henry died sucking someone off in that last episode of the podcast. That's all they hear from me.
Yeah.
He went to go suck someone off and never came back.
Who knows? Maybe, like, we get removed from iTunes after this episode and then no one
it's
ever
about
knows.
goddamn time.
I've been reporting this every day.
Well, if they go down, why does the law not matter?
Yeah, this is the episode where you became too woke.
Yeah. The episode we became cancelled for. The Punisher's coming after us after this episode.
Yeah.
And, like, there'd be a new way to go. Better than just fucking cold, let's say that. But no, that's the end of the podcast. That's the end of our time together for now. But please, follow us on social media, on YouTube.
Yeah.
Anywhere there's internet connections and things to do on the internet, we are there.
We're on all the podcasty places as well. Mm-hmm. And there's a blog which has all the references of the comic stuff we're mentioning is on there. And also rate and review us, because that's really helpful to help the podcast.
And also my ego.
Yeah. I mean, if you like either of those things, then, and you think they need a boost, then just go ahead and give us a 5-star.
Yeah.
Like a 5-star.
Like, you never know. It could help keep me alive for another episode.
We need that goddamn internet plasma.
Yeah.
Inject those 5 stars right into my veins.
It's the only thing that can cure me now.
Uh-huh.
But no, that's the end of that 90s Spider-Man show, Season 2, Episode 7. And remember, I might be dead soon, so... Savor every moment on this earth as if it were your last moment. Good night, good morning, and good afternoon. Thank you very much.